there were other women who had been important in the story of the 45, but on the whole, they were rebels who acted to raise the clan in different parts of Scotland and became prisoners too. But Flora, she did stand alone because it was her clemency to the prince rather than her encouraging anyone to take up arms or levy arms. You had Voltaire telling her story in his book, The Age of Louis XIV and XV. Dr. Johnson, who publishes his journal of his tour. But there are crazy things like the prince's dress as Betty Burke. There's a dressmaker in Edinburgh who makes all these copies. Women wear it as an emblem of defiance. He makes all these copies and they're worn. It just keeps on rolling, and I think it never goes away, even though it's the image of her as this young woman helping this glamorous, handsome young prince in distress, and it's but on an extraordinary adventure with the stormy waves and that boat ride. I mean, most people today, if they know about Flora Macdonald, tend to think that Flora rode the prince herself, which is, it's 30 nautical miles from the Western Isles to Skye, and it's at midnight. No, there was a crew of 4 and a helmsman. So that never goes away, the romance of the story.
Yeah, so she was effectively, this is a remarkable episode, this sort of helping Prince Charlie, but in a wider context. Over the course of several decades, there's power shifting hands, there's lots going on, so it's almost like at the centre of this circle of events in this episode, in a wider context of things over across a number of years, here is this remarkable woman who seems to charm everyone and sort of make a huge impression on everyone, and that leads to a myth, a legend, and all these stories sort of cropping up. Because you mentioned so many in the book, things that there are some instances where you have to dispel, there are some instances where there's hearsay, but you can tell, and from all the, the songs, the stories, the myths that get spun about Flora, there's something that really captured the imagination about her.
Yes, and, every Walker's shortbread tin and every Walker's shortbread packet still today has the marvellous painting on it, even in the small rosette of Flora's farewell to the prince. But it's part of it that you walk up the Royal Mile in Edinburgh and there are a million Floras on shortbread tins. And in North Carolina now, and generally in America, she's certainly the only loyalist who attracts admiration. She's becoming an important part of the Revolutionary War story because she exemplifies, if you like, someone who had good reason, in her view, to vote with her feet for the crown and encourage those around her to do likewise.